Number 31. To make a 750-piece jigsaw puzzle more challenging, a puzzle company includes 5 extra pieces in the box along with the 750 pieces, and those 5 extra pieces do not fit anywhere in the puzzle. If you buy such a puzzle box, break the seal on the box and immediately select one piece at random. What is the probability that it will be one of the extra pieces? Well, there are 5 extra pieces. So 5 extra pieces out of, it's a 700-piece puzzle plus the 5 extra pieces. So there would be a total then of 755 pieces. So the probability that it'll be one of the extra pieces is 5 out of the total 755. So the answer would be D. Number 32, what fraction lies exactly halfway between 2/3 and 3/4? Well, in order to figure this out, we really need to get a common denominator so we can compare these. We have a denominator of 3, a denominator of 4, so I could use a denominator of 12, would be a common denominator. And write both of these fractions with a denominator of 12. The first fraction, I would just multiply the numerator and the denominator both by 4. So I would get 8/12. The second fraction, multiply the numerator and the denominator both by 3. So I would get 9/12. Well, now I want what is exactly halfway in between these two fractions. Now, at least they do have a common denominator, but I want exactly between 8/12 and 9/12. Well, this isn't going to be an integer answer, but I could write a fraction answer. It's one way I could do this. I'm going to say, well, the number that's halfway between 8 and 9 would be 8.5. 8.5/12. But you notice that's not any of my answer choices. It's not, you don't want to leave a fraction in a fraction. But I could multiply the numerator and the denominator here both by 2. Multiply numerator and denominator by 2. And then I would end up with, let's see, 8.5 by 2 would give me 17. 12 times 2 would give me 24. I know that's an equivalent fraction because I just multiplied by 1. 2 over 2 is just 1. So 17/24, which is an answer, and that would be K. The other way to do this would be to rewrite both of these 8/12 and 9/12, is just write both of those fractions with a common denominator, a different denominator. How about like 24? If I rewrote both of those with 24 as a denominator, well, 8/12, if I multiplied that by 2 over 2, that would give me 8/12 would be the same thing as 16/24. Multiply the numerator and denominator by 2, that would be the same thing as 18/24. And then now I could look right in between those, 16/24 and 18/24. Right between those would be 17/24. The same answer, K. Number 33. Gianna is converting a 12-foot by 15-foot room in her house to a craft room. Gianna will install tile herself, but will have CC Installations build and install the cabinets. The scale drawing shown below displays the location of the cabinets in the craft room. 0.25 inches represents 2 feet. Cabinets will be installed along one of the 12-foot walls from floor to ceiling, and 4 cabinets that are each 3 feet tall will be installed in the middle of the room. These are the only cabinets that will be installed, and each of them will be 2 feet wide and 2 feet deep. CC Installation has given Gianna an estimate of $2,150 for building and installing the cabinets. So number 33 asks, a 15-foot wall is how many inches long in the scale drawing? So we have a 15-foot wall, so I'm going to write 15 feet is the length of the actual wall, and we want to know in the scale drawing how many inches is that. So if I call it X inches, and if I make a ratio 15 feet over X inches, set that equal to my scale. They told me the scale up in the problem information told me that 0.25 inches was equal to 2 feet. So 2 feet represented by 0.25 inches. I want to make sure the same units are in the numerator. Notice how I have feet in both the numerators and inches in the denominator. Now I have a proportion. I have two ratios that are just set equal to each other. I can just cross multiply. 2 times x will give me 2x equals 15 times 0.25 will give me 3.75, and divide both sides by 2 to solve for x, to get x by itself. So x equals 3.75 divided by 2. You can either enter that in your calculator. If you enter 3.75 divided by 2, you get 1.875, which would be B. Number 34 uses the same information from 33. It says Gianna will install tile on the portion of the floor that will not be covered by the cabinets. What is the area in square feet of the portion of the floor that will not be covered by the cabinets? So that will not be covered by the cabinets. Well, if we find the area of the whole floor and then subtract the area that the cabinets will cover. So first the area of the whole floor. The whole floor is 15 feet by 12 feet. And if I multiply that together, I get 180 square feet. That would be for the whole floor with no cabinets. So now I need to subtract the area that the cabinets are going to cover. So I have two places for the cabinets. I have cabinets here, and we have cabinets in the middle of the floor. So the cabinets in the middle of the floor, they tell me that there are 4 cabinets. 4 cabinets, and each cabinet is 2 feet by 2 feet. So that'll give me 4 feet altogether on one side and 4 feet on the other side. So the area that the cabinets cover in the middle of the floor, there is going to be 16 square feet. And then we have the area of the cabinets that are along the wall. And that is 2 feet deep, 12 feet long. So that's going to be an area of 2 feet times 12 feet, or 24 square feet. So the cabinets are going to cover an area of 24 square feet and 16 square feet to get a total of 40 square feet if I add those together. So the whole floor is 180 square feet. But we're going to subtract the 40 square feet that the cabinets are going to take up. So I'm going to subtract those, get 140 square feet, and that's what she's going to have to tile. So the answer would be H, 140. Number 35. This uses the same information as 33 and 34. 35 asks, CC Installations estimate consists of a $650 charge for labor plus a fixed charge per cabinet. The labor charge and the charge per cabinet remain the same for any number of cabinets built and installed. CC Installations would give Gianna what estimate if the craft room were to have twice as many cabinets as Gianna is planning to have? So first of all, we really need to figure out how much they're going to charge per cabinet. We know that it's going to be a $650 charge for labor plus, we don't know how much, but a certain fee per cabinet. And then originally they asked for, figure out the number of cabinets. Well, they told me that in the center island here we were going to have 4 cabinets, and along the wall it tells me that there are going to be it's going to cover this area 2 feet by 12 feet, and each of the cabinets is 2 feet by 2 feet, so that would be room for 6 cabinets. So altogether we would have 10 cabinets originally, so 10 cabinets to begin with. 10 is the number of cabinets. Well, they told us originally that there was an estimate of $2,150. And that would cover the $650 plus 10 times the charge for the cabinets. If I just call that X, let X be how much they charge per cabinet. Well, if I figure this out, if I subtract 650 from both sides, and here I end up with $1,500 equals 10x. Divide both sides by 10 to solve for x. I get x equals 150. So they're going to charge $150 per cabinet. That was the original estimate. So that's the $650 plus $150 times 10 cabinets. That what gives me the $2,150. Well, now I need to answer the question that they asked here. It said, what would be the estimate if she were going to have twice as many cabinets? Okay. Twice as many cabinets. Gianna is planning to have. So right now she has 10 cabinets. 10 is the number of cabinets. So now she's going to have 20 cabinets. So the price is going to be $650. That's our base. $650 plus 20 cabinets at $150 each. And if we do the math here, put this in our calculator here, 650 plus 20 times 150. So 3,000. So we have 650 plus 3,000 for a total of $3,650, which we look at our choices, and that would be D.